I recognise there's a quorum. So therefore, I call this special council meeting to order. As per our tradition now, I'll start with opening prayer. Heavenly Father, grant that we who would seek to serve you may have the wisdom of your Spirit, the guiding of your hand, and the grace to serve together for the prosperity of our city. Through Jesus Christ our Lord. Amen. Let's be standing up for our national anthem. Thank you. Please be seated.
Could we ask for the faster one next? Mr. CEO, if you could just fix that by next budget. Mr. CEO, if you just fix that by next budget, I'd appreciate it. Thanks.
Anyway.
Member?
No, I was actually listening. I was thinking, oh, this is what
Well, councillors, I can assure you we can only get better. Councillors, first item, attendance and apologies. Everyone's here. So we've got item 2, leave of absence, nil. Item 3, conflicts of interest. This being a budget, they're all ordinary business. So I believe there's no conflict of interest. Correct. Councillors, on item 4.1, Mayor's budget presentation. I've got a couple of words there, and then we'll keep the budget process moving. Councillors, 11 years as Mayor and Chair of the Budget Special Committee. I look at this budget. I look at it. That is probably the most complex budget to shape for our community. The budget is a contrasting one, and that, to me, back in the days, in 2012, we all agreed that when we look at our budget, one is that we look at value for money, and the second one was that we will keep rate increase at or below CPI. And from there on, I believe that we're on the same page, that that wasn't negotiable. We're going after it. And when our new CEO came on board, I said, look, all the officers know, directors, we start that I know it's going to be high living costs and the like, but you know, typical questions will be asked, how much is a cup of coffee and all that? We just went, nah, don't worry about any of that. Let's get our budget as low as possible, and at the same time, keeping the frontline services pristine. So there's no cutback on that as well. And before I forget, I just want to put to you that our city budget survey had a reply of over 6,000 people, record number. And I know some of you did your own local divisional survey consultation, as you would do, and you can even mimic in line of what local community in divisional level to the whole of city budget consultation process was really in sync. And that is, people want the road network improved. People want public safety, CCTV cameras. People cherish our parks, 2,300 of them, and also our natural environment. And I mean, even some says, you know, look after our koalas, and transport improvements. And even though some of the transport improvement in the gambit of the state government, when you refer to state roads, but we have a role to play that if they're fixing the state roads, we've got to fix our roads at the same time, so there's only one pane to go through. And to keep up, matter of fact, we've done more than just that. So in this budget, it's going to be a record spend of $777 million to invest in capital expenditure in this financial year, at times where materials and labour costs are hard to get, but our directors has ensured us that they can deliver that. And so in summary, I'd like to present to you a team effort on a short presentation. Could you please roll the video? Hi, Mayor Tom Day here. The 2023-24 city budget has been shaped amid high inflation, rising cost of living pressures, and record population growth. Like the family home or small businesses, council costs has also risen significantly. Despite these challenges, we've remained committed to delivering high-quality services to all ratepayers. Over the past 11 years, we have planted the seeds of growth by delivering successive low-rate budgets and paying down debt. This year, we received a record response to our community budget survey from more than 6,000 residents, and thank you so much. And we have listened. This year, our city budget will invest in more green and open space projects, improve our transport network and city parking facility, and provide better waste management services. Putting the work in today on projects like Green Heart is part of our commitment to deliver for the community and protect the lifestyle we all love. We continue to plant these seeds today to deliver for the whole of the city for years to come.
The Gold Coast is growing fast as more people discover our amazing lifestyle city. Through our annual budget survey, residents and businesses made it clear that protecting our lifestyle was one of their top priorities. To achieve this, we will build new community assets, attract new major events in the city, expand our cycleways, and improve our fantastic parks and playgrounds. Importantly, the 2023-24 city budget will commit significant funds towards the city's public transport. We'd like to encourage people out of their cars and into alternative modes of transport.
For the past 11 years, we've ensured any rate rises remain below CPI. This year, we're delivering on our promise again. We've analysed every area of the council's operation to find savings, improve our services and cut waste. Our tight fiscal management over the past 11 years has put us in a position to deliver the services ratepayers expect. We've tightened our belt and we continue to pay down debt, meaning we can assist small businesses continue to grow, employing more locals and broadening our economy.
Our budget survey showed that Gold Coasters highly value services like road networks, parking, transport improvements, traffic management and safety. When it comes to transport, our council has invested record funds over the past 3 budgets to improve roads, intersections, bridges and our active travel program. We've listened and in 23-24 we are increasing our focus on public transport with investment in light rail, the ferry service, new bus routes across the north, free seniors and veterans travel and far more cycleways. City parking remains a focus and we are improving our parking options with more bays and time zones to keep traffic flowing through our commercial businesses and our tourism precincts. Delivering a budget for all is about listening and responding to our valued residents.
We are a safe city with almost 700,000 residents enjoying the Gold Coast's enviable lifestyle. Each year we welcome around 13 million visitors who come to explore our beaches, nature trails and theme parks. This year's community budget survey identified public safety as a key priority. We're responding with our new $24 million Disaster Management and Recovery Centre now operational, helping people in times of crisis. This budget sets aside funding for more CCTV, as well as improvements to street and park lighting right across the Gold Coast. For services on the ground and on the beaches, this budget provides record funding for our lifeguard services, as well as funding for more resources in animal management. It's important to deliver for all, and we're doing just that.
We have more than 2,300 parks across the coast, each with its own special appeal to locals. Protecting the green behind the gold was a key outcome of our recent community budget survey. This budget will invest more funds towards purchasing land for wildlife corridors, whilst also eradicating weeds, noxious pests, and expanding our green footprint. Further work is now getting underway on projects like the Green Hub. The Green Hub, when completed over the next decade, will become one of the best nature-based recreation areas in Australia. Importantly, it will also add new sporting fields for our growing city. Through this budget, we've listened and we're delivering more green space for everyone throughout our city.
The Gold Coast is Australia's small business capital. We've got over 76,000 registered businesses in the city. And through the 23-24 city budget, we're broadening the economy, investment in the arts, in culture, the film industry, and our burgeoning marine sector, and the emerging health and knowledge precinct. The 2032 Olympics and Paralympics will present enormous legacy opportunities for the coast. Legacy starts now, with Council investing in a dynamic new entity to maximise our city's exposure on a global scale. Experience Gold Coast will position our city as a place to live, study and invest and visit while saving ratepayers more than $7 million annually. In 2023-24, expect to see more major events and festivals on the coast. And it's our time to shine, and we're ready to host the biggest and best events on offer. And now it's an exciting time to live and invest on the coast.
As our city's population charges towards 1 million people, we are making substantial changes to our waste and water services. Working with residents and business to improve our recycling outcomes is vital. You told us you're satisfied with how we're collecting waste across the city, and we're determined to maintain this high standard. The 23-24 budget will invest heavily in used recycling programs and services, including a citywide green bin rollout. We have found millions of dollars in savings by consolidating how we collect and treat our waste. These savings have been reinvested into paying down debt and into education programs to ensure we meet the challenges of a growing city when it comes to waste and the environment.
Times of uncertainty, people look for leadership, clear direction and reliability. As we deliver the 2023-24 city budget, I'd like to thank our councillors, our CEO Tim Baker, directors and all the city officers for their tireless efforts working on this budget. In the coming years, the seeds we plant today will continue to flourish, ensuring a prosperous, sustainable, vibrant and exciting future for the Gold Coast. Well, councillors and those who are streaming in today to watch today's budget delivery, you know now that our budget is an increase of 5.5%, comparison to the official CPI of 7.42%. That's 2 percentage points below, and I would say that this achievement, believe, when you look at the other major councils in Queensland, this will be one of the lowest increase. And we have achieved this through strong fiscal discipline, not only in this year, but the last decade, paying down debt, reforming the organisation, finding saving and efficiencies, and managing our affairs with the utmost respect for our ratepayers. That's why we have delivered a budget for all. I want to put on record our council's appreciation of the way our CEO, Tim Baker, and his executive and the teams right through the budgeting process. You would agree it was thorough, and all the questions that we had, the answer was forthcoming. It would be one of the smoothest cooperation between the administration wing and the elected wing in delivering this budget. So with that, Tim, I put that on that record for you and your team and all the people who are streaming in the organisation. Well done. And I acknowledge all the city employees, whether they're frontline city cleaners or customer service officers, lifeguards, librarian. You know, you're wearing the City of the Gold Coast team, and well done to you, and thank you so much. I now defer to our Deputy Mayor to say a few words, if you may, with her beautiful hairdo.
Thank you very much, Mr Mayor. Well, firstly, on behalf of all councillors today, can I express our thanks to you, Mr Mayor, for overseeing the budget process. It went very smoothly this year, and also it's the very first budget delivered under our new CEO, Tim Baker, and of course Jackie Frost. And I think we all agree that it has been a much more consultative process in terms of our initial contact through you and your team, Jackie, under the guidance of Alicia Swain. And it's been probably a smoother process than we've ever experienced before, and yet a $2.2 billion budget, our biggest ever. We have, as you mentioned, Mr Mayor, consulted both individually and as a city as a whole, and we've continued to try very hard to diversify the economy and preserve and protect our green spaces, as you've already highlighted. So we've remained focused despite the difficulties. We do appreciate that everyone is doing it tough, and our main object has been to keep rates below CPI this year, and we've managed to do that. So I'd simply like to congratulate everyone involved in the process this year, recognise that we do have challenges and opportunities ahead of us in the lead up to 2032. And just to reiterate that we care about our communities and the incredible work they do, and that we were all really pleased, Mr Mayor, to support your initiative for the doubling of our contribution this year from $1 million to $2 million for community groups, which are the backbone of our individual communities in taking care of community in difficult times. Thank you.
All right. Thank you. Right, councils, that ends my presentation. Just a short motion that the Mayor's presentation for the 2023 to 24 budget be welcome and receive. I move that. Seconder, Councillor Gates. Anyone wish to speak against that? Put the motion to you. All in favour, show of hands. Against, motion carry, unanimous. Councillor, we now got 26 motions to do, and I was going to go through a steady pace. What's the rush? We've done all the hard work. Let's enjoy it. 4.2, adoption of the budget, councillors. I move for adoption, and the motion is on the screen. I see Councillor Gates happy to second the budget adoption as it rolls through, so that you can always replay the streaming that's recorded and read every single word of it. That's what transparency is all about. Councillors, anyone wish to speak against the motion? Put the motion to you. All in favour, show of hands. Against, motion carried, unanimous. Budget is now adopted. And now we have rating resolution, differential rates, different general rates, open space, recreation, city transport, and a whole lot of stuff. So we'll go to page 144, am I right? 144? 43? Okay. And over the page, 144, there's a motion there. And Councillor Peter Young, you happy to second that motion? Absolutely. Okay. Councillors, as we go through, anyone speak against? Put the motion to you. All in favour, show of hands. Against, motion carried. 4.4, differential general rates. Moved, seconded Councillor Hamill. And the motion is on the screen. As you scroll through, there's only, I don't know, 145 pages, something like that. So if you're a quick reader, I'll let it scroll right through so that before we vote on this motion, that's on the screen. That's okay. It's, I mean, you know, the speed readers out there. Just to explain to people streaming in, this is a state legal requirement that we do these separately, not as one adoption, which is, I guess, can be improved. However, Okay. Okay, councillors, does anyone want to speak against any part of that motion? Put the motion to you. All in favour, show of hands. Against, carry, unanimous. We go to page 256. Councillors, this is differential general rates. It went so fast. Who seconded that one? Councillor Corwell, thank you. Put the motion to you. All in favour, show of hands. Against, motion carry, unanimous. Open space. Who doesn't like open space? That's right. Who seconded that?
Mr. Mayor, I'll do that one.
Councillor Owen Jones.
Do you want me to speak to it?
Okay, you can speak to it. And speak against, put motion to you. All in favour, show of hands. Against, carry, unanimous. Any concerns? Anyone concerned? Too fast, too slow? All good? 4.7. Councillor Castro, you ready to second? Thank you. Motion on the screen. All in favour, show of hands. Against, carry, unanimous. We now go to 4.8. Councillor Pauline Young, put the motion to you. All in favour, show of hands. Against, carried, unanimous. Volunteer firefighters, fire brigade separate charges. Councillor Gates, seconder. Put the motion to you. All in favour, show of hands. Against, motion carried. Griffith Street, Coolangatta Local Centre. I reckon Councillor O'Neill will be second that. It's on the screen. All in favour, show of hands. Against, carry, unanimous. 4.11, water utility charges. Seconder, Councillor O'Neill. Put the motion to you. All in favour, show of hands. Against, carried, unanimous. Sewerage utility charges. Councillor O'Neill, second. Motion on the screen. Put the motion to you. All in favour, show of hands. Against, carry, unanimous. Sewerage tradeways utility charges. I move. Seconder, Councillor O'Neill. That's still scrolling there. Put the motion to you. All in favour, show of hands. Against, motion carried, unanimous. We go to waste management utility charges. Councillor O'Neill, seconder. Motion on the screen. Put the motion to you. All in favour, show of hands. Against, carry, unanimous. We go to 4.15. The motion is on page 340. Move that. Second to Councillor O'Neill. Motion on the screen. All in favour, show of hands. Against, motion carry, unanimous. Rates and charges, levy and payment. 4.16. 4.16. Councillor Gates, seconder. Put the motion to you. All in favour, show of hands. Against, carry, unanimous. Discounts on rates and charges. 4.17. Move. Seconder, Councillor McDonald. Put the motion to you. All in favour, show of hands. Against, carry, unanimous. That's a double unanimous, was it? Right. All right. The interest on overdue rates and charges. Move myself. Councillor Caldwell, seconder. Motion on the screen. All in favour, show of hands. Against? Carried. Unanimous. Rates Concession General. Move. Second to Councillor Patterson. Put the motion to you. It's on the screen. All in favour, show of hands. Against? Motion carried. I reckon life after mayoralty I can be an auctioneer. 420, Rates Concession. Pensioner Rate Rebate, Homeowners. I move that. Councillor Owen Jones, seconder. Put the motion to you. All in favour, show of hands. Against? Motion carry. Unanimous. Rate Concession, Pensions Rate Rebate, Non-Home Owners. Moved. Seconder, Councillor Patterson. Put the motion to you. It's on the screen. All in favour, show of hands. Against? Carry. Unanimous. 4.22 is Rates Concession Rebate Donations. Councillor Tozer, seconder. Put the motion to you. All in favour, show of hands. Against? Carry. Unanimous. 4.23, Rate Concession Deferral of Rates Payment. I move. Second to Councillor Patterson. Put the motion to you. All in favour, show of hands. Against? Carry. Unanimous. Rate Concession Rebates Volunteer Conservation Agreements. Moved by myself. Second to Councillor McDonald. Put the motion to you. All in favour, show of hands. Against? Carry. Unanimous. Rate Concession Payment of Rates by Instalments. Move. Second to Councillor Owen Jones. Put the motion to you. All in favour, show of hands. Against? Carry. Unanimous. 4.26. Rate Concession Green Organics Collection Service Rebate. I moved. Second to Councillor O'Neill. Put the motion to you. All in favour, show of hands. Against? Motion carry. Unanimous. Yeah, winter is coming. Oh. Just checking if we missed anything, you know. No, all good. Mr. CEO, you want to say a few words?
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. Just on behalf of the executive and my team, I wanted to thank Jackie and the finance team for the outstanding job they have done, and I'd also like to thank the councillors and yourself for the collaborative way in which we were able to produce this budget. Thank you.
Sweet. Well, councillors, this one is a budget for all. So hard work's done. Now we delivered this budget over the 12 months. We're going to make sure it stays within our parameters we all set. As there's no other thing,